Greetings from Gary, Indiana. This is Sam Love, the incomplete set collector. Oh, really excited about tonight. Got a package in the mail today from Howell Sports Cards. Got some 1975-76 SSPC, a really fascinating set. So stick around, give a like. Again, thanks for the comments and all that. Subscribe. The incomplete set collector coming right up. Well, before I tear into that package, let me show you what I already had from this set. And actually, for the longest time, it was just this card here, Boog Powell, in this amazing Cleveland Indians bright red jersey. Got some schmutz on it, you can see. I got this at the Remarkable Book. Oh, some schmutz there, too. I don't know if that came with it or not, but I got this at the Remarkable Bookshop in Maryville, Indiana, which just closed last year. So sad. I was going to that store since I was like 3 years old, so pretty close to 40 years. But yeah, I don't know where I heard about this set, but I knew about it. I knew about its reputation, its legacy, and it's just a really curious set. Of course, the design, very interesting. Here comes Snoopy again. So when this popped up in his case, I probably paid 50 cents or $1 for this. And now flash forward to October 2019 when I bought my first tub of cards at More Fun Baseball Cards in Dyer. This one was in here. So I was really happy to get a second one of the Sarge. And then this one here, I still got the price on it. I didn't know that this was a separate team set when I picked it up. In addition to doing the base set of 630 cards, they did these team sets. I'm not sure if it was just the Yankees and Mets or if there were others. The photography was all done at Shea the year that the Mets and Yankees were playing there, so made sense, right? But good deal on these. And I just read that a couple of years ago, a horde of these was found. 15,000 of the Yankees Mets set were found, and I think at auction it ended up going for about $930. So break it down price per card, I got a good deal on these. Yeah, I got these at the Baseball Exchange in Sherrillville, Indiana. Or is that St. John? I'm not sure. It's down there on Route 41. Always happy to have Thurman Munson in the set. And as you can see, the front design is exactly the same. It's got that pure card design, but the backs, and this confused me a bit at first, but the backs are different, so you could tell it's a different set. I think this actually was released in 75. I'm not sure. More schmutz. Oh, I guess these cards attract a bit of schmutz. But yeah, cool set. So they were sued by the Topps Company. They were unlicensed, and the story about how these photographs got made is really interesting. You can go check that out online. But basically, the photographer was a former bat boy for the Mets who knew all the security guards at Shea Stadium and was able to finagle his way in and get these really great photographs. Quality-wise, it doesn't match up to the 1953 Bowman set that it's based off of, but the way it captures the moment, the mid-70s, the styles, and even the personalities of the players, they don't look, they don't have that airbrushed heroicness that you see in all those top sets of the decade. And you don't see that gingerbread, which was what they described some of the more colorful top sets at. So yeah, the pure card, SSPC. Oh, where's that package? Let me get into that. All right, let's rip this open. So, again, this is from Howell Sports Cards. That's Howell, HOWELLMAN01. That's where you can find them on Twitter. Really cool page. A lot of cool stuff from the 70s and modern stuff as well. Really good presentation. And, yeah, I was really excited. He posted 6 cards from the Royals, and I reached out. And he made a really good deal. Alright, here we go. Kate Howell, Walter and Associates. Realtors, alright. Painter's tape, I guess I'll use that if I ever Oh, my heat's just come on. Comes off pretty easy there. Cellophane tape is a pain. Oh, I can already... I mean, just look at that. I think we saw that guy in the bar recently. No, we haven't been in bars recently. Is that Charlie Huff? Oh, hell yeah. Fantastic. Oh, I'm already really happy with that. And I didn't realize that painters... Well, I guess I did realize that painter's tape didn't leave smudges. And we got a Dusty over here, too. Look at that. Oh, nice. Yeah, so the thing with SSP is the pure card design. You may not know who the player is, and this set is interesting. T on it? Yep. I'll get the rest later. Yeah, the set also has a lot of folks who... Oh, hey, Snoopy. I'm glad I don't do these things live. Alright, let's see what we got here. Dusty, Charlie. Oh, the Mad Hungarian. God, yeah, that looks like somebody I'd see in a bar out where I live. Oh, these are great. The pure card, yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. And you know, the thing is, the commons are just as amazing. The photography is, oh nice, they're each sleeved. They look like normal people. They don't quite have the same airbrush luster that Topps did, and then you get these great candid poses. Very similar to the one in the Yankees team card. I mean, you could see that guy in the Midwest somewhere, you know? Oh, that's fantastic. I can't even identify a lot of these cats. A nice lot of Brewers, cool. Oh, a mud hen. Oh, I was just reading about this, yeah. Nice. Oh, really happy with this. He missed the game because his he couldn't get his eyelid open, he said. Yeah, real nice. Herman Frank, no, he wouldn't have been with the team at the time. Jim Marshall. Oh, another mud hen. Nice touch. Danny Ozark. No, it's interesting. I'm glad there's some Yankees and Mets, so I can see how that's different. Oh, that is really, really underexposed. Nice chaw picture there. Is that Dick Tidrow? Yep. A lot of these dudes look like, you know, like, oh, the Tidewater Tides, cool. No, a lot of minor league. That's really neat. It's not. That is. Look at that. Oh God, I've never seen him young before. I mean, he always looked old in all the cards I had of him. That's really amazing. Oh, Bob Apodaca, that hair, very similar to the team set card. They look like normal people. Ha ha ha. Because I'm 12 at heart. It's Concepcion. Almost looks like Big Papi. Oh, yes. The old lady hat. I was reading about this card. The 70s. Yeah, it's a great period set. Captures the look and fashion of the time so well. And the vibe. Oh, I vaguely remember the jackets underneath the jerseys. Enigmatics. Oh, Spaceman Lee, hell yeah. Awesome. One of my favorites. Good book. Nice shades. Well, not shades, but nice specs. Half an afro. Oh, moving to our last one. That's not on a card there. I'll be sleeving these ones up. But you know, any chance I get on a good price on these, I'm going to want to pick up more. Oh, nice unibrow. Looks like a teenager. Nice stash. Yeah, they're colorful in their own right, you know. The other thing about these is the backs. Different colors. This adds to the moment. Really, really cool set, I think. So again, thank you to Howell's Cards. It's Howlman01 over on Twitter. Give him a follow. Thanks so much for a good deal. Get them out quick. Just give a shout out to the U.S. Post Office. This was mailed on a Friday, and I got this on Monday morning. Back in the 1990s, I'll just flip through them again as I talk. Back in the 1990s, after I stopped collecting baseball cards, I was collecting punk rock records. You know, you buy them through independent labels, through the mail. I can't tell you, I mean, probably hundreds, if not a couple, you know, $1,000 or so dollars, well-concealed cash in envelopes, and I never once got ripped off. Every time I sent money in an envelope to some record label, I always got a record in return. And there's two things to that. There's the honesty of the punk scene back in those days, but there's also the efficacy of the U.S. postal system. Those two forces coming together made it happen. And it's the same thing. You know, if you're somebody who sells cards through the mail like this, you don't want the U.S. Postal Service going to go out of business. Because if it goes to a fully privatized market, price is going to go way up and going to drive the little cats out of business. Oh, I love that Bill Spaceman Lee card. I love all these. I mean, they said, hey, do you want some superstars? And I was like, I'll be happy with anything. Because these really are an amazing, you know, I can't say unique set because it looks so much like the 53 Bowman, but as to what was going on in the 1970s, design-wise, but also legal-wise with Topps, this is a unique set. And it's definitely one I've been interested in a long time, and I'm really happy to have these because this is capturing what baseball was like in the mid-70s. So again, thanks to Howell's Cards. Go check them out. So on the left is the team set card, and this is from the main set. So you can see different color balance, a little more tightly cropped. Biggest backs on the difference. But they didn't recycle the photos on all of them. Looks like he's wearing different sleeves on the base set one compared to the team set one, so could be different days there. Team set on left, base set on right again. Those could have been taken on the same day. He's got the same hair wings there. That might be a proto mullet. Henry Webb. Pitcher. I love they get pitchers in batting positions a lot. The Tom Seaver card from the team sets like that. So, Proto Mullet. We'll call him the first one, perhaps. Yeah, same. Just more closely cropped. More yellow in the photo, and then there we go. Backs edited by Keith Oberman. That's amazing. That's the final card in the set. That's a really cool one to get too. Just speaks to the uniqueness of this set. Really cool selection in here. Really happy with what I got. You know, another thing about this set that I love is that it's got a lot of players who, to me, were veterans when I saw them play, but they were rookies when this set came out in 1975-76. It's kind of a question about what year it actually is, because the copyrights say 75, but it's believed they weren't available until the next year. Although I don't know if that's the case with that team set. But yeah, look at Charlie Huff, kind of looking young. That guy pitched into his late 40s. He played till 1994. So he would have 20 more years in his career. And I think he'd already been pitching, 5 years by this point? 5-6 years. Dusty Baker, who would be managing the Astros if we'd have a season this year. And then a bunch of other guys who I saw the tail end of their careers. Here they are, either at the beginnings or, you know, like Dave Concepcion, I think he started in 70. Frank White, a lifetime Royal. I was always impressed by this stat line because he just played for the Royals his entire career. He even talks about here, a product of the Royals Baseball Academy, the only one to make it to the show. Hal McRae, again, already kind of looking like a grizzled veteran here. Definitely remember him playing in the mid to late 80s. I didn't realize this was Frank Tanana. Of course, I remember pitching with Detroit. Looking pretty young there. Dan Ford, who I have a 1986 Topps. He's with the Orioles, and I think he has the same glasses and the same scowl. He's just a little less hairier. That's a great card. Kurt Bavacqua doesn't look like he's aged much. Got the jaw. Jim Sundberg, I guess he looks kind of young. You know, he was a longtime backup and platoon catcher, and he always just had that sort of older guy look about him. This one is so cool. Jerry Mumphrey, looking like a baby. He was a great platoon pinch hitter, off the bench guy with the Cubs near the end. Always seemed to come through, you know. The Cubs didn't give anybody much to work with back in those days, but he'd seem to come through. And he always had this patch of gray in his hair, which always gave him an older look. So seeing him here, I think this would be his first or second year. Now, Jose Cardinal, I never saw him play, but growing up, following the Cubs, you know, I heard a lot about him. It was cool. There's a Ralph Garr card in here, too. This one, I pointed this one out when I opened the package. This is amazing. I mean, Cecil Cooper always had that really intimidating, badass old guy look about him, and here he is. He's a kid there. That is an amazing baseball card. That's real. That's art. Dick Tidrow, this is really cool. I've got his rookie card in his first couple of years with Topps, without the mustache, so looking pretty. Here we go, that transition into that grizzled player. Chris Chambliss, remember him in the mid-'80s? And then this is just amazing. Dick Ruthven, who was very hairy And here he is, just a child. So this is just a great set to get those kinds of cards and to see the players as human beings, guys doing a job, and seeing them at different stages of their career. You know, another thing I love about this set, the last cards in the base set are of coaches, hitting instructors, managers, etc., who were former ball players. So Phil Cavarretta, who played first base and outfield with the Cubs in the 30s, 40s, and early 50s. You know, I definitely remember hearing Jack Brickhouse coming on a few games with Harry Carey talking about him. This one's awesome. Ted Kluszewski, who I'm going to talk about in an upcoming video about the 1945 IU Hoosiers football team. He played for them on their undefeated team before becoming one of the great Reds. So here he is. Really cool to see him as a coach. Elston Howard, catcher, longtime coach for the Yankees, Hall of Famer. Johnny Pesky, Pesky's pole. What a great piece of Boston history this is here. Longtime player and manager. And then this Jimmy Reese card that I pointed out. I mean, this guy talks about on the back here. It goes, his career in baseball goes back to 1917, starting as a bat boy. And then this Keith Oberman reference as well. What a cool card to include. So thanks again, Howell's Cards, for what a great selection in here. Really, really happy with these cards. It's a great set. Bask in its awesomeness a second here. Look at that. Bask in its 70s-ness. Wonderful. Oh, well, that was a blast. Really happy to not only expand my SSPC collection, but to add 100 cards to the base set. So once again, Howell Sports Cards, thank you. Great transaction. Check them out on Twitter at HowellMan01. And yeah, everybody, you be well. You take care out there. It's your friend from Gary, Indiana, Sam Love, the Incomplete Set Collector. You can check me out on Twitter at 2020Suspended. All right now.